Well, hello everybody. Welcome to this video blog. I'm Art Regner for FoxSportsDetroit.com, and today we're going to be talking about Notre Dame. That's right, the Fighting Irish. Earlier today, Notre Dame has announced that they're going to dump the Big East and join the ACC as soon as possible. However, for legal ramifications, that might not happen until 2015. However, the Big East is out, and the ACC is in if you're a Fighting Irish fan, and this is a move that I guess, Notre Dame's always trying to do something, so they will be a member of the ACC. The way this breaks down is that they're not a member of the ACC in football. They're still an independent, and in hockey, they're still a member of Hockey East. So the agreement does call for the Fighting Irish to play 5 ACC schools in football a year. And plus Notre Dame wants to keep their West Coast presence, so they'll continue to play USC and Stanford, and they will also play the Naval Academy. So that means that 8 games a year will be already spoken for, shall we say. And then if you throw in the 3 Big Ten teams that they play every year, or most every year, Michigan, Michigan State, and Purdue, that's 11 games on their football season, and then they'll round it out with probably a couple of cupcakes or so to just give the boys in blue and gold a bit of a break. Now, this is a move that, the way I look at it, you wonder why it was done. And it was done specifically so they can have an East Coast presence. Remember, Notre Dame considers themselves to be a national university, and I think that if they could pray to the Virgin Mary or Jesus, they would like to take South Bend, Indiana, and lift it up, somehow teleport it, transport it to either the East Coast or the West Coast, because that's where they really want to belong. South Bend, Indiana, in the middle of the country, cramps Notre Dame's style. They don't like it. They don't want to be there. Now, remember, there's always been things talking about the Big Ten and joining the Big Ten. And if Notre Dame were doing it for purely monetary reasons and not having ego get into there, or what makes geographical and economic sense, they would join the Big Ten. But they don't want those small Big Ten markets, or shall I say, like, they don't want to go to Iowa or Nebraska. That does nothing to them. It's too small for them because they're big. They're Notre Dame. So they want to have a presence, and they will in the ACC. Especially basketball. They're going to be playing, Duke and North Carolina and all the ACC powers. But from Boston all the way down to Florida, they will have, and everything in between, they will have that East Coast presence. They want to be an East Coast-based school, or they want to be a West Coast-based school. They want to be a national school, but they don't want anything to do with Indiana or the Midwest. They really, really don't. They're bigger than that. Their style, as I said earlier, is being cramped. So what does this all mean? Well, for years, I've wanted Notre Dame to join the Big Ten. I think it makes sense. They're a great university. I think that having Notre Dame as part of the Big Ten is logical, but then again, we're talking college athletics where nothing is logical. So with all that said, I am urging the Big Ten, specifically Michigan, Michigan State, and Purdue, to drop Notre Dame in football, and then the rest of the conference, I urge, do not play Notre Dame in any sports whatsoever. Say, see ya, so long, it's been nice. Because I think it's pretty apparent that Notre Dame has rebuffed the Big Ten time and time and time again. And because of that, I think it's time now for the Big Ten to say, hey, it was fun. We appreciate all the rivalries that we used to have. And I know Michigan State and Purdue, and even Michigan, those games are great. They're great for fans. People like to see them be played. But obviously, I think Notre Dame, although they're trying to appeal because they're a national school, they're certainly not appealing to the people of Indiana and the little corner of Michigan and Illinois, all the people that probably support that program day in and day out. So, let them play their North Carolinas and their Dukes and their Virginia Techs and Stanford and USC and all of them. Just don't let them play Big Ten schools. It's time, Big Ten. Make a break completely from Notre Dame. They certainly want to make a break from you. And I say that you're a big enough conference. You're a named conference. You have big state schools. that I'm sure that you can find other schools just as worthy, just as popular as Notre Dame to put them on your football schedule and your basketball schedule and your non-revenue schedule. So it's time. It's time for the Big Ten Conference to say, see ya. I mean, Notre Dame, good luck in the ACC. Have fun. Have that national presence, but you won't have any presence in the Midwest. And you know what? You don't want it anyway. So maybe the Big Ten's doing you a favor. But dump Notre Dame. Drop them and everything. All right. With that said, I will see you soon. We'll talk about the Tigers and as they wrap up their series. Of course, the Lions, San Francisco coming up. My football picks on Friday. Till we meet again, have a safe and pleasant one, everyone. We'll see you. Bye-bye.